Hello everybody, it's Drew, I'm that frog guy, and today I'm coming at you with the May 1st Reptile Room video. So let's get started, shall we? I talk with my hands a lot. I really do, don't I? Okay, let's get into it. Today we're going to start with Khaleesi. She is a bearded dragon. She is very red and she is chilling on a log today. She's in a large 40-gallon tank with a slide off top, UVB bulbs, night heat bulb. We don't have a heat pad yet. Her tank is going to be upgraded really soon, I promise. I promise, Khaleesi. I promise. But she is a, I'll just go down here. Boop. She's a bearded dragon. You can pause the video if you actually wanted to see more info. They're kind of cute. I haven't done them for everybody, but we'll jump over to one of our newest additions. Or, I should say, welcome and meet our newest tank. Look, I have a new tank. What do you guess is in here? If you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guess what it is? It is a ball python. And he, yes, it's a he, is hiding in there. I don't really want to spook him since he's new. I've only had him for since Sunday, but he's not a baby. He's a the breeder said he was a little over a year old. Might bite me here. There he is. He is an albino. Very pretty albino. Making a mess. Making a mess, Drew. I've actually not held him yet, so his name, we haven't decided on it. It's maybe Malfoy, maybe Draco, maybe Banana. Look at those beautiful red eyes. But he is just an albino pinstripe ball python. He's supposed to be a year and a half. Here, I'll set you back in there. You'll figure it out. Put his hide back in here. I just realized the heat bulb's not on the whole time. But he is about a year and a half. He's a male and he's tiny. I was thinking naming him Tiny Tim. He's not happy with me. I'll leave him alone. That's our newest addition, one of our newest additions. We'll jump over this direction to the saltwater tank, which has got a nice big old tub next to it. And there's Bandit and some of the coral. I won't go into it too much. I don't have a lot of time, and it's also really hot up here. There's the anemone. I'm getting some more algae again. The corals are looking pretty good overall, though. Power head even working? I guess I can't tell. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, this is a small 10-gallon nano tank, just filled with coral up until the 20 gallons going again. But we'll jump down lower to the shrimp tank, which has was apatasia filled colony of zoas that has now been cleaned off by the peppermint shrimp. You can see one way back there. I don't clean this tank enough. But to keep it pretty clean, all the feed for the next frogfish, I guess, all hanging out. The algae's growing great. Not much for filtration. This tank and that tank up above are all gonna move eventually, so they're just kind of hanging out for right now. But we'll make our way over to Tortellini, who's hiding in his hide as well. Torch McGords, what are you doing? You just sleeping? He sleeps a lot, guys. He is an African spur-thighed tortoise. He's going to get massive. They're also called sulcatas. He's going to get massive someday. You can see that head bob. He's trying to assert his territory. Aren't ya? Or he's just nervous. Come on, come on, say hello. The audience won't bite. They're millions of miles away. But this is a large 40-gallon tub. Black plastic. I got it from Fleet Farm. I'm sure you could find them for other things. It's, I would say, probably a horse trough or something. works really well. Hey, there's my monster from morning. I was wondering where I left it. That was all boily. Oh well. We'll jump around. I want to save some more surprises for later. We'll jump up top here. This is that shrimp tank. It is just overgrown. This tank is going to be tore down soon. If this will focus. This tank will be tore down soon and will be replaced. And all the shrimp tanks will be combined into a 10-gallon once they all move to the reptile room. And this will be turned into another display tank for a beta. I believe Morpheus will be getting a new tank by himself. Morpheus is a beautiful beta, but he, of course the white reflection is showing on. Come on, there he is. He's a little, he loses a couple skills. He likes to fight the other fish, but he's way too slow anyways. Along with these really fast mollies there, and the Danios, they're all doing good, and there's still shrimp alive in this tank. I don't know how they manage. And then there's a really big bristlenose who stirs this tank up every day, every time feeding time comes around, and then he just disappears. Then I had this little tank, which was gonna be for something I got at the reptile show, which I got, but I decided to put him somewhere else. And then this little 1-gallon saltwater tank that's just kind of aging the tank, nothing else besides that. Down to Cersei, who is a ball python as well. You can see her head there. We just fed her and she's a little too big. We got her new hide though. I don't want to poke on her too much, but she's just kind of chilling, not doing much. But we'll jump down to one of my newest guys. He is a Pixie Frog, and he is probably going to be named Gitrog. He's definitely way bigger than Gitrog used to be. He's already been eating quite a bit, and I've put him in this tank with a large water source so he can swim all he wants. He doesn't give no shits. Oh, excuse me, no craps. But yeah, he is a Pixie Frog. He is, I'm not quite sure how old he is, but he's starting to show adult colors. Hopefully he's a male. We won't know for a little while longer, but he is one of the bigger ones that they had. And he doesn't do much like the little one did, but he is at least big and healthy, which was a big plus. And they kind of look like a giant pickle. Like, especially now that he's not a baby one, looks like a pickle. But I will leave Mr. Pickle alone. I could call him Mr. Pickle. How do you guys think about that? Mr. Pickle, or rename him... Oops, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I ran out of recording time on my phone. But we'll jump up to Ziggy, who my guess is buried again. I don't know what's up with him. I don't know if he needs more heat or more water or cooler temps. I still can't tell. He's almost always buried. He wasn't this bad. Right now the room is 90 degrees, but yesterday was 70. It could be all the fluctuations. Whew, the floor is 83, but once you get standing up, it's 89 degrees. It's a little warm in here. He's a little skittish, but he's doing good. But we'll jump over to Casey's tank. Oh, Ziggy is he hasn't been out for the last couple videos, is a Pac-Man Frog. And he is a year and a half old, I'd say. He's just barely see some coloration. Even if I can focus on it, he's in there, but tank's looking good. Definitely nice and green. We'll jump over to Casey's tank, who is nowhere to be seen. He's hiding in his hidey hole down there. He's a very reclusive lizard. This plant finally is dying, but that one is growing pretty good, so I don't know. It's too much heat light, I think, from that bulb, but that one's making it pretty good. His water dish needs to be cleaned. We just kind of got back from the reptile show and haven't had too much time. Cactus has grown another ½ inch since the last video. We'll jump down to these guys' tank, and the Stallion Molder are Rantiomea Intimidator Intermedius. They look just like that picture, but they hide no other creature. She is way bigger than him now. But they seem to hide way too well, but I'll jump over to eat. Try not to knock Ziggy's tank off the rack here. Thaddeus is a Dendrobates tinctoris powdered blue, and kind of got a little belly. He is a beautiful frog, not afraid of me anymore, which is really nice. He's just always hungry though, for being a larger frog. I feed him like every day, and he's still just barely got a little gut, so he's healthy. But I'll jump down to the next set of guys, and we'll look at the cherry shrimp. For those of you guys who've watched from the beginning, look at how much this moss has grown. There's nothing but moss in this tank now, and tons and tons and tons of baby cherry shrimp. And large cherry shrimp. Look at that filter. Just covered in shrimp. I'm gonna catch all these guys out and put them in that 10-gallon tank eventually. They're just kind of getting too big for their... There's just too many of them. But we'll jump down the Floki's tank. He is a beta in here somewhere. He was just out this morning, but if any of you ever had betas, they're pretty lazy. Oop, there's a shrimp. All my tank have gathered shrimp, and he's gonna get an upgrade once I can move him down into a... It'll be another 5-gallon tank like this, but once this one's empty out of shrimp and that one's empty out of shrimp, we'll rescape those two tanks for the betas, and they'll have some really cool non-filled with plant tanks eventually. But we'll jump down to the last and some of my newest additions. You can kind of see it. I had picked up two Leucomellas here. They're just a standard bumblebee Leucomellas or whatever they call them, and they are tiny, tiny. And I'm not going to make this mistake of putting tiny little frogs in a ready-to-go vivarium. They are a little too small. I would love if they sold these guys a little bigger, kind of like how I got the Pixie Frog. This time around, he's a lot bigger. But I just wanted to show you guys that this is my little grow out for these two. I almost got the third one. I kind of feel bad now that I didn't get number 3. They're sibling, or however it turns out. But they are just beautiful, and they're not even afraid of me. All they care about is food. And they've been eating like champs, which is good. So if you guys ever can buy reptiles or amphibians, please buy directly from the breeders or at a reptile show where you know what you're getting. Don't go to Petco, don't go to PetSmart. You never really know what you're gonna get. But at least with a reptile show, you can talk directly to the breeders or the sellers and find out exactly the pedigrees of these creatures, what they've gone through, how old they are, everything. They're not just bought off a mill or something. But I'll leave this guy alone. He's a little skittish around people, especially if they're talking. He doesn't like to move much. So I won't stress him out too much, but he's a lot larger and probably way more hardy than the last Pixie Frog, which is kind of sad. Oh, look who's out. But I'll leave this on tortellini while I finish my spiel. If I can fix my camera stand. Oh, that broke off. Looks like I'll be getting a new one of these before the next reptile room video. But all I gotta say, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. This is my reptile room video for this month of May. It's very warm up here, so I want to cut it short. But like, subscribe. If you have any good ideas or additions, let me know. But hopefully by the time I do the next reptile room video, we'll be in the new reptile room. Mostly because I can't stand 90 degrees. And I don't think my animals can for much longer either. So, and it's still May. There's still snow on the ground outside. It's 70 some degrees out there today. I can't believe it. For northern Minnesota, it's way too hot. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. Please leave a comment on anything. Names for the little dart frogs or the Pixie Frog, or potentially for the ball python. I don't really have naming rights on that one. I only paid half of it for it, so the other half is on the fiance. But please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.